Me, myself, and I. Want to talk about me, want to talk about I, want to talk about number one, oh my, me, my. It's me. And welcome back to Long-Winded. We're going to get into everything here. I just had a minor hit of a slim. Could go back for another in just a second. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Well, first, let me put on my reading glasses. Now I can see clearly. Now I have eagle eye vision. Now I can see right through you. You think you can come here with your lies and deception? No. No, I can see right through it. Thanks to these. Prescription X-ray. I can see your insides. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. I'm sick. You guys, thank you so much for coming back again and again. I've missed you. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. I've enjoyed some peace from my own thoughts. But you keep reeling me back in. And now I'm back. No, I have. I've missed you. And I'm going to be honest. Who knows? Who knows where Long-Winded is going to go? I hope it goes far, and I hope it sticks around like putty in your sweaty palm. Hyperhidrosis looking ass. I know what's going on in your palms. Dewy, wet, like a swamp. Same, you're not alone. No, but honestly, it's like, why don't I let you guys in on some of the creative? What creative, you might ask? Good question. I don't know either, but I do. I like to have a balance of me by myself and interviewing guests because I want to talk about myself. Sue me. I have a lot to say about so many different things. And I want to let you in on the stream of consciousness that is my bird brain. Again, if I went to private school, we would not be here today. I don't know where I'd be, but doing something that is using a much different part of my mind that I do not have access to because I wasn't privy to that education. But anyways, yeah. It's like, I feel like we have a good thing going. I doubt myself every day because who doesn't? But, and you know, the hits on the turb, they're lure on my solo episodes. And that's murmur. Don't let it deter you because we're going to get up there. Once people understand that I'm not just running my mouth on anything and everything. Yes, I am. But once they understand that it's worth tuning into, it's going to be great. And I have no one to thank but the loyal ones who stick around and come back every Thursday. So I'm going to keep it going. I would offer it up to suggestions from the audience, but I'm not ready to do that. But if you want to slide in with positive affirmation, that would be nice. But yeah, it's like this is still a one-man show. I do like getting to know people and interviewing guests. And so I think the balance is good. I did have a guest come in and she brought her assistant. And she was like, oh, a one-man show. And I was like, oh, my God. All my insecurities came flooding right back in. So I was like, it was like, kind of a bigger guest. And I'm like, do I ask one of my friends to come in as the video producer for a day? Do I pay them a good $40 to $50, sprinkled in some Domino's? You guys know that Italian restaurant down the street, Domino's, you can't say no to. and gaslight everybody in the room like I have a producer who knows what's going on. But it's like the fact of the matter is nobody knows what's going on, and I can own that. And it is mine to own, so I didn't. I didn't ask a friend to come by to play a role to try out their acting skills. I have them taking notes in the back on my Microsoft Surface RIP for the day. No, I don't. And you know what? I'm not above it is one thing. So if you are a guest and you are a listener and you come by and there's someone obscure who shall not be named in the back who I call my producer, you know that's a lie. Maybe one day, but it's like now I like to do it myself because I know what's going on. I like to be hands-on. So when I do delegate, when I get to the point that I can entrust someone to delegate to, I'll know exactly what to say to them. Which is a little this, please make sure it's straight. You got to use this table as a level. If it's crooked, I play with my angles every time it's something new. Every time it's something new. Sometimes the camera's up here, bird's eye view. Sometimes it's down low. Sometimes it's off kilter, just like me. And sometimes it's not, but now I have landmarks, this being the table. If in this video the table is off kilter, I'll literally jump off this roof, which isn't very high. But I would take a prep. I would take a prep in the quads to make sure that I got enough vertical to really, okay, that's enough. So yeah, we're honestly just like staying the course. But I just wanted to give you guys a little update, keep you in the loop. There's got to be something about this that can be done. Trying to wet my whistle around the microphone, impossible. Impossible, like you're not doing the arms linked with the shot glass with the guy that you hate. But you want to impress and lure in. All right, with all that being said, let's get into it. You know, I don't even know if I want to say this. But in the vein of being vulnerable, I'll say it. Sometimes we all have bad breath, and that is not an excuse for the ones running around, you know who you are, with a rotting molar taking over your tongue. The perfect recipe for halitosis. No, I'm saying intermittently. I'm saying in the morning after Wingstop. And your guts are twisting and turning because they don't know what kind of MSG fake meat they ingested, but they knew it tasted really good going down, and then you have to pay the price. And I do, I'm lazy as hell. I hate sitting there for 2 minutes. I hate it. Thinking about what? Staring at myself in the mirror. Because if you walk around, you're a freak. I do that. I caught my dad doing that. He came to visit and he started brushing his teeth in the bathroom and then walked out. And I was like, get your disgusting vile ass back in the bathroom where you belong. What if you get a dribble? What if all that foam, rabies-laden foam falling out of your mouth onto my Nordic knot? I don't think so. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I love to walk around with all that foam in my mouth. I do because I need a distraction. But there's one thing that I'd prefer to live in denial about, and that's bad breath. I will never ask if I have it. Because you know. But do you? Because we all have a friend that's still on too much Adderall, putting their body into a metabolic state of ketosis. Because the only thing they've had to eat today is a big gulp of methamphetamine and adrenaline. And that's not sustenance, but the Adderall tricks your body into thinking it is. So then you go into a state of burning some kind of substance that comes out of the mouth, like you have something necrotic dying inside. We have a friend like that. What are you going to do? Tell her? How do you do that to somebody? You can't break it to them. But then it's like, ugh. But then it's like, Veronica has no friends. Because how is she out on the prowl every Friday and Saturday night at Gaslamp with a literal green cloud coming out of the wrong orifice? I'm all for a crop dust at the bar coming out of your asshole, not your mouth. But it's like, is it our duty as citizens? Is it our civil duty to tell people when they have bad breath? I don't fucking know, but if I'm on the opposite end of that, I can't say I'd like to know. Because if I think I have bad breath, I just assume. And I'm sitting 6 inches back. I'm talking a little bit to the side. You had a ciggy on the way. Ugh, fresh out of gum. No, thank you. And I can't constantly be chewing gum. I have 30 units in my master's. I'm not just going to grow them back for one night of cotton mouth. I'm sorry, I can't. So we're carrying Listerine strips. But anyways, I just can't. I cannot. But because sometimes in the morning I'll get a little glimmer of, should I ask Robbie if my breath stinks? Oh, fuck no. Because I can't handle the truth. I'm the first to say it. I cannot and will not know what's real. Now, when it comes to my breath, I'm going to down my coffee, do the Wordle, do the crossword, and then when I'm ready to endure the 2 minutes of hell, I'm going to brush my teeth. Because the other day, Robbie and I went on a hike. I was drinking coffee in the car. It's just her and I. She was like, gave me a kiss. She hasn't brushed her teeth today. What the fuck? But then she's also like, oh, she smells so good, like when I kiss her. So I'm like, which one is it? Whose side are you on? That's not for me to know. I am not privy to that knowledge, and I don't want to be. All right. Now that that's out of the way. Okay. Also, if you have hit puberty, and if you're watching this, like I hope to God you are, like I'm begging you do, you guys, we're at the beginning of something that could be really great. We have to hang on and we have to keep going. And this is not for minors. Every YouTube not suitable for kids. No, because I want to say I'm horny when I'm horny. I want to talk about Sylvia Plath, which apparently everyone reads in high school. News to me. I barely even went to high school. I don't know where the fuck I was. If your balls have dropped, because yes, the 0.1% of the audience who's listening to this who is a man, I'm talking to you, because no woman would be guilty of not using an electric toothbrush. Spend the $50, please, dear God. If you have hair on your chest and stubble on your chin, you should be using an electric toothbrush. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's worth its weight in gold. The science is sound. Come on. Do yourself a service. Do everyone a favor. Save yourself from the halitosis. Get in between those teeth with a sonar-like technology, getting into the crevices that you cannot get with a soft brush. There's literally no excuse you can have for not using an electric toothbrush, and I will not hear anything else about it. Now that that's out of the way, I finally finished A Court of Oh God, I gotta talk about my outfit. We're gonna get into that. This episode is brought to you by NOCD. You know what's going on around here. Panic, anxiety, etc. I'm always talking about my mental health. So, have you ever dealt with self-doubt before? Obviously. Same, but there is a different kind of doubt that shouldn't get labeled as insecurity or overthinking because it is more than that. I'm talking about OCD. A lot of times it starts with a really stressful thought that feels like it came out of nowhere. Maybe it's a scary what if, a mental image, or something terrible happening, a random but disturbing urge you don't think you want to act on, or a doubt about something really important to you, like your relationship, your health, or your identity. OCD is significantly misunderstood. It's not what you see portrayed on TV or movies instead. It's a severe and very common condition. OCD is treatable, but it requires specialized treatment. And that's why I want to tell you about NOCD. NOCD provides virtual therapy that can help you take your life back from OCD. Their therapists are all trained in a specialized treatment that was designed specifically for OCD called exposure and response prevention therapy, or ERP, which has been shown to be highly effective. Plus, NoCD accepts many major insurance plans and provides always on support between therapy sessions. Traditionally, talk therapy often does not work for OCD and in certain cases can make symptoms worse, which is why it's so important to seek specialized therapy. OCD, when misdiagnosed or left untreated, can become debilitating, so getting effective treatment is crucial. NoCD therapists receive in-depth specialized training in exposure and response prevention ERP therapy, the gold standard treatment for OCD. Again, NoCD accepts many major insurance plans and provides always-on support between sessions. To learn more about starting OCD therapy with NoCD, go to nocd.com and schedule a free 15-minute call with their team. If you think you might be struggling with OCD and want to talk to someone, NoCD can help. Visit nocd.com to book a free call with their team and learn more about how working with a NoCD therapist can help you start regaining your life from OCD. I finally finished A Court of Mist and Fury. You know, my reading level is a grade 2. So yeah, it took me a little longer. No, I was distracted. I had to take a break to read the bell jar. And now I do need to cleanse my palate from fun, fantasy, hope, listlessness, a place of excitement. I need to cleanse that with something extremely depressive and psychotic. I will be reading The Yellow Wallpaper, I think is what it's called. Let me check. Yep, The Yellow Wallpaper, highly recommended. And all of the threads desperately seeking something like the bell jar. People are like, did you regret reading it? I'm like, no, I want to read it again. I cannot get enough of it. There's parts I feel like that didn't fully sink in. I need one more visual of her fucked up face in the mental hospital. I need her paranoid about the doctors, ending it is so paranoid that she didn't believe any of these doctors' names were actually doctors. So she was like, what are you, Dr. Syphilis? Me and Sylvia are twin flames. We're sisters. I know you guys are sick of hearing about it, but I gotta get out of this fantasy land with something. And this is a short story, 21 pages. Something is literally made for me. No attention span. Dark as the midnight sky. Dark as the insides of your friend's ketotic throat. That's what I need after this. But I'm going to tell you what I've been thinking. I don't even know where to start. I guess I could compare the men. Tamlin versus Rhysand. Rhysand. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it, and I don't want to know, because that's what's fun about reading, is you get to make it what you want it to be. I don't have to tell you guys what's going on. Okay. Tamlin is a she, man, woman hater, and we're not having it here. And Rhysand is basically a lesbian. He supports women's rights and wrongs. He's here for Feyre, embracing all of her powers. He wants her to be as strong as she can be. Tamlin wants to lock her up. I don't think so. This isn't Hillary around here. We're not locking nobody up. Not in the time of wherever. I don't know. Time is infinite there. Everybody's 100,000 years old. Okay, so I'm sure they already went through women's suffrage. Wake up, Tamlin. Oh my God, are you getting that view of? Oh my God, I almost called Nardo Robbie. Feyre isn't Rapunzel. You're not going to lock her up at the top of the castle and have her do nothing but will her hair follicles to grow long so she can escape. No, she has rights. She can vote. The women have the power in Prythian. I don't know. I don't know if there's like an enunciating button button on the Kindle, but I don't know how to pronounce this freaky glorious world. Tamlin lives in the South. He's in the deep throes of Birmingham, Alabama. No shade to the dwellers if you are listening, because that means you're enlightened. And you're holding down the fort. But the other ones, those are Tamlin's. They're burning the Planned Parenthoods one by one. No, for God's sakes, you're not getting an IUD or a Nexplanon. You don't have autonomy over your own body. I will do that. As your King Tamlin. I was just going to Google, but I forgot. The most misogynistic man in the world. Tamlin is like Donald Trump. Rhysand is like Bernie Sanders. Need I see more? Need I see more? Most misogynistic man there ever was. This is Tamlin. Yikes. Australian men rank among most misogynistic. Oof. That's the first, what do you call this? Google? What do you call this? I don't know. Yikes. Andrew Tate. Ugh. I don't know. I'm going to have to bleep that. But I would agree. Tamlin is the Andrew Tate. Rhysand is, I don't even know really who's out there who still like supports women, but you guys get where I'm going here, okay? I don't need to beat it into your skull. Rhysand has a full cabinet of women because he understands the value of emotional intelligence. And seduction and allure, I might add. He knows that men do not have the capability, the capacity to think outside of the grams of protein they're intaking a day. They cannot think. Cashin and Azriel, whatever the fuck you guys, please bear with me, cannot think beyond their macros. Mor and Amren can. Okay? Amren is feasting on the blood of your friends and your enemies. How do you like that? She's holding it together. She is the voice of reason. She knows what the fuck is up. You need some feminine energy to keep all these toxics into place, okay? Because they haven't been forced to really cultivate the skills that it takes to meet someone eye to eye and think critically. Like, literally, that's it. And okay, so we got to just talk about the end of, I got to sit up for this. I got to look alive. We got to talk about the end of Mist and Fury. Mist and Fury. Sarah J. Maas is one for the drama. She is so dramatic. This whole ending in 10% of the book left. I'm like, where was this a little before? Because I know this is a lot of people's favorite book, but I thought the middle kind of like dragged v drugged, no fucking clue. I feel like A Court of Thorns and Roses, her fighting the worm, I was hooked. I was locked and loaded. So invested on what was going to happen. Her life was at stake. I was dangled on the edge of murder by a big fat worm that had tunnel vision, and she outsmarted this thing. So it's like that got me. The end of this, we'd been waiting all book for the scene, for them to destroy the goddamn cauldron. Like, fuck, you lost me so many times with the book this, with the book that. Were they supposed to be separate or were they together? No clue. Maybe I'll find out in the next one. But it's like, I gotta read The Haunted Mansion by what's her nuts, Shirley Jackson, and I got to read The Yellow Wallpaper, and then I got to get back in to find out where the fuck she was going with all this, because she lost me. Feyre was the hero. I mean, there was a turn. First of all, spoiler alert. First of all, no, but I don't want you, but then you'll just have to fast forward a little bit if you don't actually want to know. But I was looking at spoilers the whole time, okay? And if I have to, you have to. So it's like the king, this little douchebag motherfucker, frat boy looking ass probably. She like barely called him handsome, and he's short. So he's got a lot to make up for in the presence of godlike creatures that are the high fae. He doesn't hold a candle, which is why he has to rule with evil. Fuck, evil never wins. Just give up already, you thirsty bitch. Jurian, Clythia wants nothing to do with you. Okay? Find yourself a lesser bitch. Because Dracon, I'm assuming Dracon is a masked lesbian. Listening to her emotional needs, communicating with her, cuddling her, and making her feel like she's the most amazing woman on the planet. Rocking her to sleep in a tight spoon. Skin to skin, mons pubis on the sacrum. That's my favorite. Robbie was really hot the other night. This is maybe TMI, but I don't hold back. I'm letting you guys know everything, okay? So please like and subscribe and give me 5 stars. The other day, Robbie was having such bad cramps. Oh, I feel bad for her. I felt so bad. And I was like, baby, try the heating pad. No. I'm like, what the fuck? The heating pad is literally the best thing when Aunt Flo is literally breaking down your doors, when your uterus, the prostaglandins in your uterus are screaming from the inside out, clawing at you. Piss, you didn't make a baby. Well, I don't need to anymore. My body is not just a vessel. It's here in Fendi print. Who knows if it's authenticated? It was really cheap. So it's sketchy. And here to run my mouth about the truth of fairy freaks and fairy fucking. So anyways, Robbie was on her period and she was riddled with devastating cramps, sweating through the sheets, begging for Motrin. I'm like, oh my God, I keep it in her bedside table because this has happened every once in a while. But she took off her underwear and she cuddled me and it was so nice. Skin to skin. I went right back to sleep like a baby. And I was like, please, dear God, I hope you don't want the heating pad because I don't want to get up and get it. But this is when you know you really love someone. You don't send them out of bed themselves. I was going to do it. Anyways, okay, back to the drama. I don't even know what court we're in, this deep, dark place at this time. Of breaking the cauldron. And Jurian's dumbass. Literally can't stand him. Okay, so whatever. It's supposed to be easy. Just blow the place up. Feyre just saved all of Valeris. First of all, who the fuck made Feyre God? SJM. I need somebody whose everything just doesn't go her way. Her fully being captured back into her enemy's lands. But besides that, she saved all of Valeris. She's new to all this, and she's just gonna come after people with the water wolves. Bitch, give it a rest. Nuh-uh. Not a scratch on her. So why can't you just blow this place up already with your water wolves? Sick 'em. Sick King of Highburn. Sick Jurian. Sick Lucian. Sick 'em. I know. All of her powers were negated by the king's spell. I know. I get it. But still, if you're so strong, I don't know why I hate Feyre. Our heroine. No, I love that it's centered around a girl. Obviously, I love that she has all the power. Obviously, duh. I'm a feminist, please. In the fairy world, please. Okay, so whatever. The sisters are here. That bitch. What's the high priestess's name? Ianthe. Ianthe. You sure ain't. Ianthe. You ain't shit. I love a dog. A hot dog, that is. I know, surprising, given its shape. I love a good Dodger dog at the game. The only reason I go, obviously, covered in relish and mustard and ketchup. Ugh, it makes me patriotic. I also love a good burger. I make these delicious turkey burgers from scratch, which is basically just ground turkey meat and a packet of ranch seasoning. You will never go to In-N-Out again. Just because it's summer doesn't mean you have to cut out all the carb-heavy foods that you love. Hero Bread reinvented the bread and buns that make summer great. Fluffy, delicious flavor and texture with no net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and fewer calories, plus protein and fiber. And they even have sweet Hawaiian rolls for the aforementioned turkey burg. Heller. I've been flying through all of Hero Bread's products, but especially their tortillas. They taste delicious and flavorful, and they're just so nice to have on hand to make a breakfast burrito in the morning. And it's healthy. I just put some scrambled eggs, onions, pinto beans, and salsa and wrap it up in a delicious tortilla. And I know that I'm eating healthy first thing in the morning. I also love Hero Bread's texture. It's just like bread and doesn't feel or taste dry and cardboard-like some of the other low-carb breads I've tried. You honestly can't tell the difference, and you don't feel guilty about your morning toast because you're getting extra fiber, more protein, and cutting down on your sugar. Except for maybe all that butter and jam, but it's about balance, people. Keep the carbs out of summer without compromising flavor with Hero Bread. Get 10% off your order at hero.co and use Gabby at checkout. That's Gabby at HERO.CO. And that's Gabby, GABBY. Like I've been saying all episode, we're ready for fall. Me and Hill House Home are here to push the fall agenda. We're getting comfortable and hunkering down for the season to change, and I could not be more ready. We're feeling moody, and Hill House Home has made fall even more exciting. Hill House Home has fun, flattering, and most importantly, comfortable fashion. I will not even think about a jort or even a jean because I only want to be comfortable now that fall's just around the corner. No crop tops here, only full coverage sweaters. We don't need denim making our life hell. So, in our comfy, cozy dresses with soft materials with Hill House Home. You might not know that they make the best robes and pajamas also. Robbie and I love hanging in our robes like we're at the spa all the time, and they come in the cutest prints and colors. My favorite, obviously, being Blur. You got to get your Blur fall robe. They also have the cutest pajama sets that will be my uniform this upcoming season. Hill House Home also invented the viral nap dress, which has the most flattering and comfortable fit with their signature smocking and no pants needed. Perfect for fall. To get you started, their best selling styles are Ellie, Ophelia, Matilda, and Scarlet. Use code GABBY15 at checkout to get 15% off your order of $100 or more. That's Gabby15 for 15% off your order. Selling out her sisters. They've been through enough. They've been stricken by poverty. Yeah, Tamlin got them out, but who cares? You don't know what kind of PTSD they have. Shit, leave Elaine alone. She did nothing to you, ball gagger. SJM is a freak, a leak for all these suggestive suggestions with the ball gag, and then her slip dress was see-through. You could see her areola. Is she a minor? I guess she's wed to be married, but whatever. Okay, Nardo wants to come up. Come on. Easy, good boy. Okay. So anyways, she captured the sisters because Iantha is dead to all of us, sold her soul, sold him down the river. Can you not? Whatever. And these queens are, yikes. They're giving women a bad name. They're giving Elizabeth Holmes. Like, it just takes one. It just takes one to take the species down. Yeah, I want to have blind loyalty and say at least Elizabeth Holmes stole from the men. But she also fake diagnosed cancer, so I can't stand behind her. Her weird Steve Jobs imitating. Ugh. These queens are just Elizabeth Holmes incarnate. 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Ugh, just greedy for power, and they got us into this mess. It's like, okay, but it's like so drama. The sisters are kicking and screaming because they don't want to be dunked into the cauldron for immortality and power. And infinite beauty, long, slender limbs. Give me a break. I would have can openered into that black water of the cauldron and came out and blasted everyone's ass with my new fucking fairy wings and elongated gams. If you think I have audacity now, catch me after the cauldron. Who's not cannonballing into that thing? Yeah, I want to live forever. I want to drink from the fountain of youth. Are you kidding me? That's literally all I want to do. I have the opportunity, and you're clawing at the lip of the clawfoot tub with your toe knuckles. Give me a break. That part, the most unbelievable. Okay, because and then all of a sudden Elaine is mated just like that. Lucian wishes. He ain't shit. Cyclops looking ass. Are you kidding? I don't want to be mated to a one-eyed. No. No, and especially not from that court. Go to Summer, which I think Tarkin takes a turn, but it's like, okay, and that reminds me, so all of these high fae, all of these high lords want Feyre. Riddle me that. Escapes death time and time again. Somehow her mortal ass becomes the most powerful lady in Prythian, and all of the high lords are just like gawking after her, like, what the fuck? Don't make me say it. She literally just learned how to read. And she has all these hot ass dudes pussy whipped, fairy whipped. I don't think so. It's like, this I can't take anymore. We need some rejection. We need some heartbreak. We need some she wasn't good enough, for one. But this is sheep mentality. This is herd mentality. These fairies are not above basic concept consciousness. That is, you just want what you want, what you can't have. Good for her, but ladies, don't get your hopes up. And now she has to go back to the spring court with Tamlin. How's she gonna get out of sex? She said that they broke the mated bond. So all Tamlin wants to do is fuck. We know. He wanted to have sex instead of save your ass with Amarantha. He'd rather get his dick wet one more time than try and save your ass. So you know the first thing he's going to want to do when he gets back into his manor is fuck like a rabbit. How are you going to get out of that, Feyre? What kind of lie are you going to tell? What, you had a yeaster? What, do you have yeast infections in Prythian? Well, I bet you have monostat by the bulk. I bet you have diflucan on tap. What are you gonna have? Amren take all the yeast away? You don't know what it's like to be mortal. To touch one dirty dick and then you're making bread for 6 days. When the monostat didn't work, so you have to beg your doctor not to go in for one tiny little pill. No, I know what a yeast infection is like. My labia minora are swollen outside of the majora, and I have to sit on an ice pack to go anywhere. How are you going to get out of that, Feyre? What kind of spell curse are you going to put on your pussy to lock that shit up? Because if you need someone to go in your stead, I volunteer as tribute. Come on, Tamlin. Get you some. Just kidding. I'm lesbian now. Please, you guys, get with the program. No, Tamlin, I wouldn't touch your fairy ass with a 10-foot pole. Okay? But just let me know. Okay, well, I'll come back. I know the third one is like a transition book, and I really want to read Nesta's book, but I gotta mix it in with some other stuff. Okay, let's move on. I'm sick of summer. I can't take it anymore. It's like the hot days, the hot nights. It's nearly 90 degrees. My swamp ass is taking over every restaurant that I go to, every couch that I sit in. I'm sweaty as fuck and I'm sick of it. I'm so over it. I want the days to be shorter. If the sun could set just a little earlier, then I could really lean into who I'm supposed to be, which is sad. Seasonally affected disordered. We're leaning into fall, you guys. We're preparing. Look at me light up as I talk about this potentially a time full of despair. I think fall is pretty nostalgic and it makes me so sad, and I'm ready. I'm ready to hunker down. I'm wearing black and browns. This I got from Grailed. It probably needs to be hemmed, which is why I only like to wear it with a jacket, but it was quite a steal. Yeah, it's Fendi print. Yeah, it's loud. I just said on Robbie's episode that wealth whispers. Well, I'm not wealthy. Newsflash. I got to show people what's going on around here. I got to wear print every once in a while. Pair it with a jacket. We're ready for fall. I'm pushing the agenda. I can't wait any longer. I can't hide behind this vitamin D in UV rays. I don't want a tan. I barely got a tan. No, I don't want melanoma. I want to embrace my olive, mind you, thank you, skin. And then I'll put a fake tan on every once in a while if I really want to feel the effects of what it's like to be sun-kissed. But I'm not desperate for it. Not anymore. No. I want to lean in. I want to take hot baths and sit in a cold house because I don't want to turn my heat on and wrap myself up in a blanket. I want to be miserable. I want to struggle. I want to look forward to a hot coffee in the morning. We had brat summer and we're moving right into blur fall. We're blur. Just like the Inside Out character. She's sad as fuck. She's me. We're blur for the fall. Dark blur. Moody. Nothing can get us out of this. And this is okay. We have to embrace it. We have to embrace who we are this fall. So Brat gave us pop techno. It gave us a lot of hits. It gave us a lot of TikTok trends. Now we're moving on. We're moving on to something like a Lana Del Rey. We're moving on to 90s angst. Annie DeFranco. She has an incredible lyric that I want to look up. It's like, your bones are my bed frame and your flesh is something. He brought me 2 toys. Desperate. We're moving on to Jagged Little Pill extended version. We're crying on the shower. This is what fall is going to bring to us. Throw in a pumpkin spice latte, I guess. I was never a fan. Have to stick with the Americano. Heavy on the cream. I don't need anything sugary to brighten my day. You take that back to the devil who created it. No shade though. We're in our feels. We're in the godforsaken, disgusting, worn-in, ugly ugh. Because you can't lace anything in the fall. No, we're too lazy. We're on soup. We're on the denture diet is what I call it. I can't be bothered to chew anything. I'm eating everything that I could eat with no teeth, purely gums. I will say, when I was a nurse, we'd obviously have patients with dentures. You're lucky if you left the hospital with them. I don't know what happens to them. Honestly, truly, I know they're expensive. It's terrible. There's got to be some kind of a tracking device on them. We cannot have these elderlies losing their dentures left and right. It's just really, they've been through enough. They've endured years and years of decay in their mouth. They had to get all their teeth ripped out. The last thing we could do as a healthcare society is protect their dentures. Their dentures are gone. What would you like to eat? There's like a soft diet. Applesauce, smoothies, soup, chicken noodle, me. I could live on the denture diet. I love nothing more than a mushy meal. I am who I am. I'm blur. So I had this patient once, no, literally gums, no teeth. And I ordered him his meal. Oh my God, it's not soft. I'm so sorry. It's a hamburger and an apple. I'm like, he's like, no, I can do it. It's no big deal. This looks perfect for me. I'm like, why didn't I just get you some applesauce inside of this apple? Right in front of my face, he gnaws into the apple with his gums. And that I can't argue with, okay? He's doing his own thing. He also likes the sting of pain. Much like me. We're drinking red wine, we're blur. Kiss that Sauvignon Blanc behind. Or kiss it goodbye. Kiss that Sauvignon Blanc goodbye. Why? You guys get it, okay? We're on a rich Pinot Noir that's going to make you regret everything in the morning. Because one glass of a sulfate leaves you high and dry. It leaves you wondering if you're a good person or not. You're not. That's what the red wine is going to tell you. But we need to indulge. We need it. We're not on the sativa, we're on the indica. Okay? We don't need to be feeling any kind of excitement around here. No. No, we need to be in the couch watching old episodes of Real Housewives of New York. Because we need to feel the East Coast bitterness in our bones. How do you think they got like that? Bossy. And quick to read you like the bell jar. And quick. I don't know. You guys get it, okay? They didn't. Oh my God, Robbie just texted, I love you so much. Good job, us. We've really been in our fields lately because we had a great couple. Well, no, it was terrible to get through this couples therapy session. It was so hard, actually. Our couples therapist, she's so loyal to us. She's really great. It's like a therapist makes such a difference. And it takes us like maybe 45 minutes to get into it. So the hour mark, we're always like, we got to leave. We're just now breaking down the walls. We're just now being honest with ourselves and with each other. But our couples therapist knows us too well, and she allots an hour and a half. We're like, can we stay? She's like, of course. Why do you think I wanted you guys to come earlier? It's like, damn, she really knows what the fuck is up. But I was sobbing. I was being so dramatic, you guys. I was in between tears. I was just like, it's just real. We've just been having these hard conversations about moving, and I feel like I'm on a loop. We've been talking about this for so much, but it's like, you gotta face it. You gotta make sure that you're ready to move in together, to merge lives. We have to be having these conversations with our partners. Is it harder with a woman? I don't fucking know. Probably, if I'm being honest. Probably, because if I was with a man, I'd tell him to sit down and shut the fuck up, and he's moving in and he's paying more than half the rent. And he doesn't get one wall for a painting. But this is different. There's no gender roles. There's more compromise. Are we going to lose each other when we're moving in together? We can't lose our identity. Both of us have two huge heads. Two divas coming together, trying not to implode. But we did it, left in tears, and we just embraced. We didn't want to say goodbye, so I was like, should we go get sugarfish? And we did, and we couldn't be closer. And it just reminds me, it's like, oh my God, I am like so in love because I just cannot stand to lose this person. It's like, I've never been truly so scared to lose a partner. Normally, I'm 1 foot out, but here when we're really facing each other and it's like, oh my God, no, I can't lose myself, but I also can't lose her. Back to Blurfall. Where I'm getting a head start. When the fuck is the fall solstice? Probably not till September. I don't care. I'm getting a head start with 2 depressive novels. I need to be in my feels. And hygiene is taking a back seat. Okay, I'm talking washing the hair, not even once a week, maybe once every 10 days. And no, I'm not slicking it back. I'm going to let it hang down like Van Halen. Like an 80s dirty, greasy rock star. They got away with it, and it's heroin chic. So I'm going to try it. And I'm not only going to try it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to commit to it. Blur disgusting sad fall. It's back to school. And yeah, you got to do it. And you better get straight A's. I don't know if you're on track for magna cum laude like me. Yeah, you heard me, but you never thought that was coming. One thing you can be on track for is clear skin. With school just around the corner and a high likelihood of seeing your crush in human sexuality, now is the time to use ZitSticka and see why our patches get an A+. ZitSticka makes the fastest acting, most potent pimple patches on the market. And now through September 5th, ZitSticka's patches are 30% off so you can start the year with confidence. ZitSticka has a patch for every zit, from deep cystic acne to surface level whiteheads. Try Killa Acne Extra Strength with micro darts to start targeting your acne within 2 hours. There's also the undercover hydrocolloid patches for an ultra sheer patch that is invisible under makeup. You don't need that third eye to see. Just put a ZitSticka on it. ZitSticka patches not only treat blemishes, they repair the skin's barrier at the same time. No other patch is able to treat cystic or hormonal acne with as much precision and high quality ingredients. For a limited time, ZitSticka is offering listeners 30% off its best-selling patches on Amazon with code PATCHES30. That's PATCHES30. Put ZitSticka to the test. Okay, let's talk about something positive. My new favorite household item, the green machine, Bissell steam cleaner. You heard me. You know what I'm not going to give up this depressive blur fall? Is the green machine. And maybe if I'm begging, if I'm down too deep in a hole and I need one thing to get me out of it, I'm going to whip out the steam cleaner, because what it is instant gratification. And that is something that this whatever process is, the gratification, whatever gets you that hit of dopamine. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, you know what, I might need it. I might be too far in the dumps. I forgot, you guys. I forgot. One other way we can prepare for depressive fall is we got to up our SSRIs. You heard me? And if you're not on an SSRI, quit lying. And if you're not on an SSRI, what is it like to be you? And get your red light mask ready, because they say 10 minutes a day keeps you from feeling better. But is that what we want? No. No, I think we should go on a rampage as women and be moody and broody and rub our period on the walls. That's what I think this is going to be. But anyways, if you're in too dark of a state, Nardo gets a barfy barf in the middle of the night. It happens every so often. It sends chills down my spine, not in a good way. It makes my skin crawl. It makes the blood flow from my toes immediately hit my face with rage. What's this? But he's so innocent. Is he? Or is he doing it on purpose? Why is he just do not drink the water that fast? Do you have any self-control? No. He barfs on the rug. Okay. It gives us a chance to whip out the cleaner. And instantly we see it disappear. A hit of dopamine comparatively is the same amount of dopamine you can get from one bump of cocaine. Not evidence-based. Actually, I could be the subject. I will say, you know what, definitely not the same, but on a much lower level. Like when they say when you sneeze, you get like 1/10 of an orgasm. We can't be coming all the time. We're in the middle of traffic. We just got to thank God something tickled our nose. We get to experience some rush of an orgasm. This is the same. A sneeze to an orgasm, the green machine to a cocaine. And you know what? I'm off it. I've graduated. I'm done. Nothing will give me the biggest ick than your wormy little boyfriend in short shorts, probably on a fall night, with rimmed glasses that he doesn't even have a prescription for, fiending for cocaine, aggressively scrolling the phone for contacts he hasn't even contacted in months. And the last one was at 2 a.m. looking for a bag. You desperate fuck. Lay off. Get a personality. Don't let this control you. Drink an RBV for God's sakes. And no, I'm not talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg RBG. I'm talking about a Red Bull vodka. You want to hit a snow in your nose? Chug an RBV straight to the dome. If you want to be skinny, make it sugar-free. It's the same thing. You'll make just as many mistakes and be the same amount of alert. Give it up already. Nobody wants a boyfriend like that. Grow up. Take a nibble of his Xanny before bed like an adult and get a good night's sleep. What do you want to be up all night for? Picking at your skin. Wishing you had more. Turning you into an unrecognizable version of yourself. No, thank you. No, thank you. Go back to your grimy apartment that hasn't seen a Lysol wipe since the second you moved in. Since the second that your mom came to visit. How do you look at yourself in the mirror? But my dad came to visit. He was like we had Cooper with us, who's like a little Yorkie, cannot hold his bladder to save his life. He has no teeth and no prostate. Sprinkling, pissing all over the place. It's like a teaspoon. I'm like, literally, do not worry about it. When I sell this thing on Facebook Marketplace, I'll just face tune it out. I'm not worried about a little piddle. My dad felt terrible. He was like, do you have a steam cleaner? And I was like, what do I look like? I can barely store my vacuum. I can't fit a huge ass steam cleaner in this. He's like, oh, look at this. There's a green machine on Amazon. Great reviews. Somebody's even tested it out on a Persian rug. It could not be more perfect for you. I'm like, Dad, I don't know. They're tasteful. They're precious. They're mine. They're my first. They're the impetus to Ruggate of me getting roasted online, which there's nothing that I love more. You guys think I don't like it? No, I'm in on it. Because that, if I had to pick just one love language, which actually I think this is all farce. I don't think that I think we're all 5 love languages. Why can't we have it all? That's what being a lesbian is like, is getting all 5 love language. Is you stuck in your heterosexuality, you're only getting 1 or 2. I hate to break it to you, I don't make the rules. I just break them. Anyways, he's like, oh, I got to get you this. Look, it has great reviews. It's going to be fine. I'm like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know if it's going to discolor this perfectly dyed purple in my living room that I just love to stare at. I don't know if it's going to be, okay. He's like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. We'll get it. We'll test spot it. If you don't want to use the cleaning that it came with, the Bissell, then we can use, what's that? Fabric softener. Obviously, I don't use it. We can use a fabric softener. Okay, whatever you say. Let's try it in the dining room because that is objectively the ugliest rug. And I'm not even going to open it up to you guys because it actually isn't even that ugly. It just photographs terribly. It's just not very photogenic. We've all had those. You're like looking at the mirror. You're like, I swear I'm pretty. But why? Do I look like Fiona, Shrek's wife? Like, I swear I don't like that in person. That's how the rug is. And it has a huge diarrhea stain from when Nardo probably had the norovirus or something for getting into something disgusting on the street, which I tell him time and time again, but he was not trained ever. He's doing okay. It's fine. So I was like, yeah, let's try it on this rug first. It cannot get any worse. This thing is caked on. I've tried every kind of carpet cleaner. It's just we sometimes there's W's in life and sometimes there's big fat fucking L's. And this diarrhea puddle was an L. I went away for something. I came back. The stain was gone. All of the threads in the carpet were meshed exactly like the ones next to it. You could barely even tell that Nardo had explosive diarrhea on my gorgeous rug. I was like, holy shit! I'm a believer. I'm a believer in this great machine. Let's take it to all the stains. Let's see what it can do in my bedroom, where the white carpet has officially turned gray. Let's see what we got going on around here. Oh, it's exhilarating. I don't need to leave the house in the fall. No, I just need to get the steam going and clean the spots, and I'll be happy as a fucking clam. Okay. I honestly didn't even think who my queen of the week would be, but it's coming to me. Real Housewives of New York Season 9, Dorinda. I don't know if this is controversial. And or Bethany. I feel like they are really holding down the seasons. Or this season. Bethany cannot take no shit. She cannot put up with Ramona. She finds a way to make Ramona grovel. She has Ramona in the palm of her hand because Ramona cannot be left out. And I love that for Bethany. We love a woman in charge of her own destiny. And Dorinda, I feel like nobody can even get mad at her, even when she's like drunk and doing something crazy. They're all just like laughing at her, like look at her, like look at Dorinda. So you know she's just like really loved by everyone and like taken seriously, and that I genuinely think they care what she has to say. But like when she's drunk and just being dumb, they're like, oh, she can do no wrong. I rewatched the clip scene at the table so many times. She was like, no, what was it? It wasn't Skinny Girl. She was going on and on about how she was never a part of this brand. With Sonia. Oh, here's the script. I'm fully dead. Sonia was going on and on and on that Dorinda wanted to be a part of Tipsy Girl and would not give it a rest. And Dorinda was like, I never wanted to be a part of Tipsy Girl. Let's see. Dorinda calling Sonia's bluff. Sonia's like, I have the text. Dorinda's like, let me see that because I never wanted to be a part of your bullshit brand. She'd had enough. She had it up to here. Dorinda, I'd rather shoot my left leg off than be part of Tipsy Girl. You think I'd be that shit? Tipsy Girl? Now she just really gave it to her. There was no protecting feelings. No, she was like, this is what I think of you. But actually, Dorinda said she was really supportive of Tipsy Girl. And I'm like, that's a real one. You got to support your friends. You got to support your friends in all your endeavors, even though you would never invest. You just say, okay. Dorinda, now you need to back that shit up. Sonia's going on and on. No, Dorinda wanted to do Tipsy Girl. Dorinda, me fully reading off the script. This is icon eek. Oh, this is amazing. I'm going to go back and watch it 100 more times. Sonia, no! Exclamation point. Dorinda wanted to do Tipsy Girl. Dorinda, oh, come on. Sonia, and I told you, Dorinda, now you need to back that shit up and take it back right now. I never. You better take it back, Sonia. Stop it. You're fucking your way to the middle, and you keep fucking your way to the middle. You're bankrupt. Yeah, I have your papers for fraud. Hostess with the mostess. I'm fully dead. Fucking your way to the middle is incredible. And she doubles down by saying, and you keep fucking your way to the middle. Like once you're in the middle, you can't even fuck your way to the top. You're just so stuck in the mediocre. It's not even worth it because you can't break free. You can't break free. Once you succumb to the mid, you're stuck there. You're bankrupt. Yeah, I have your papers for fraud. I'm fully dead. It's like, do they care when their shit gets aired out like that? Like if they're going bankrupt and stuff? Let me see if Sonia's actually bankrupt since we're here. Damn, yeah. Sonia, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2010. My God, so scary, you guys. I don't want to go bankrupt. So that's why I need you to stick around. Okay, you guys. And you know what? And that's on long-winded. And I'll see you next time.